Destination Sailing Channel is sponsored by Seawater Pro. If you are buying a watermaker, follow the link below and receive an additional set of filters with your purchase. If you speak with Mike at Seawater Pro, don't forget to mention Destination Sailing Channel. Hello and welcome to Destination Sailing Channel.
I am Carla.
And I am Simon.
And we are from the YouTube sailing channel Sailing Ocean Fox.
Over the past 3 years we have sailed over 26,000 miles through the Mediterranean, across the Atlantic and the Caribbean.
In this series we will be looking at some of our favorite islands, towns and keys we have visited during our adventure.
This will give you a fresh insight into your next destination, what to expect on arrival, places to stay, things to do, and how to find those necessary provisions, from propane to bananas.
So let's start with this week's location, Mindelo, in the islands of Cape Verde.
We last visited in January 2019 on our Atlantic crossing to Barbados.
So location is located 16 degrees north. Mindelo is around 870 nautical miles southwest of Las Palmas in Gran Canaria, 500 nautical miles from the coast of Africa, and your journey on to Barbados is just over 2,000 nautical miles.
Yes, and what a ride it will be too. This is one of the greatest trade wind sailing routes in the world. If you choose not to stop at Mindelo, you would still head southwest from Las Palmas before bearing away to the west at this latitude. As the saying goes, head south until the butter melts.
You used to say that, and I couldn't really understand.
No, that's what they used to do. The old ship people on the sailing boats, they were just carrying heading south, and then when the butter melted, literally melted, they'd know they were far enough south, so they would turn west, and that would take them to their destination. And basically, it happens around about 15 degrees when you enter the tropics. What? And the fishing's rather good as well.
It's very good. Yeah. My gosh, we had the best fishing ever on that journey.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So language, Portuguese is the local language as it was a Portuguese colony. English is spoken at the marina and the government offices as well as in the restaurants.
The courtesy flag is the national flag. The flag is blue with white and red stripes and 10 gold stars, one for each of the islands.
So weather, Mindelo city has a desert climate. The average annual temperature in Mindelo is 74 Fahrenheit degrees. It is very dry with only 127 millimeters or 5 inches of rain per year. If you are arriving in the winter months, you should be welcomed by a temperature of 23 degrees in the summer and rises over to 30 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, the weather there is absolutely fantastic. All year round, and you really feel for the first time that you're down in the tropics. Though the Atlantic hurricanes are born in this part of the world, it actually doesn't affect the islands at all, because this is just where they start before they actually grow in intensity as they move westwards across the Atlantic and into the Caribbean. Interesting facts. Across all 10 islands, only 10% of the island's land is suitable for agriculture. It's quite actually a sort of desert place, isn't it?
Very dry.
When you look at the town of Mindelo and you've got these brown mountains in the back, it's actually really almost like being in a desert.
Yeah. So Charles Darwin once visited Cape Verde. He spent 21 days on the islands. Christopher Columbus also visited the island of Boa Vista in 1498, and Vasco da Gama visited Santiago in 1497.
The standard of living in Cape Verde is higher than that of most African nations, thanks to the stability of the democracy.
The long-eared bat is the only native animal to the islands.
The country only has 73 cars per 1,000 people.
And you can actually feel that.
Yeah, there's not that many cars on the island. Mind you, there's not that many roads either.
No.
So these places are actually quite deserted.
Yes. So currency. The Cape Verde escudo is the national currency. It is tied to the euro at Cape Verde escudo 110.2 to the €1. The euro is widely accepted to 1-to-1.
Yeah, nearly everybody who talks to you in the marina, if they're talking about doing a job on your boat or anything like that, they will be talking euros.
Yes.
Time zone is UTC -1. That is the same as mainland Europe.
So Mindelo is the major city on the island of San Vicente and is home to 93% of the island's 70,000 population.
Navigation into Mindelo is quite straightforward during daylight hours. There's a light on the small island of Islas dos Passos off the entrance to Mindelo in the Canal de San Vincent. This is the channel that runs between the two islands there. Pass this to starboard and keep away from the portside coast due to the wrecks, and you need to be off the coast by at least 100 meters. Make your way past the end of the breakwater for the commercial port. Call the marina on VHF channel 16 for instructions. They will assist you with your lines. At night, the buoys can be difficult to see due to background clutter from the town. Yeah, it would actually be better to arrive in the day. You will also find that there's quite a lot of boats just anchored out there without any lights on, and sort of cargo ships and things like that. So you would be better arriving in the day and not at night.
Yes, so voyage, Region A, so the red square top buoys will be on the left as you enter from the ocean.
Checking in, you have to visit 3 offices. First of all, you have to go to the marina, produce your passport, your insurance document and your ship's papers. After that, you have to go to customs and immigration. The marina office is at the top of the pontoon in the white building next door to the small chandlery.
Customs and immigration are located around the bay past the Sport Fishing Club and in the building by the ferry port. Immigration is at the front of the building and customs at the far side. It's quite easy to find. It's just
it's not a problem, and they're very helpful actually, weren't they? Because it was our first experience of dealing with customs and immigration, and kind of like in a foreign port, a non-European port, and they were very helpful. They used to keep your ship's papers, and at one point they used to also keep your passports, but they don't do that now, and you can just go back there when you're departing and get a ZARP for your next destination. So the marina has 144 berths and can accommodate boats up to 50 meters in length. It is open 24 hours a day and has security. Power is provided. It is 220 volts with 16, 32 or 63 amp sockets. Water is available at the berths. It is metered, and you will be paying for this probably for the first time if you're leaving Europe at €2 per 100 litres.
So the leeward berths have slimy lines, mad mooring style. So the windward berths have bow buoys for your line. So it was quite new for us too, that system.
Well, these buoys are set off, but they must be set off probably around about 50 meters from the actual pontoon. So the guy will come along, and as you reverse in, you'll throw him your lines off your back. But you want to make sure those lines are really quite long. Because you're going to need it. Certainly our mooring lines were around about 40 feet, 45 feet, and they were just long enough for him to tie it on the buoy and bring it back to the boat.
Yeah, but they were quite helpful.
They were very helpful, absolutely. And when we were going to leave, we just raided them up, and the dockhands came out to take the lines off.
Untie the lights,
There are showers and, of course, the famous Mindelo floating bar.
So this marina is well sheltered and quite safe, but a swell can come through, so snubbers are a good addition to your lines. It is not recommended to walk around the town by yourself at night, and I mean that, guys.
I certainly wouldn't do that.
Don't do it.
I mean, I didn't actually hear of anybody being attacked, but I actually had quite a nasty experience when I went to the Sailmaker, and I got bundled into a taxi with a couple of local guys telling me that this is they've been told to tell me to go in this thing, and then another guy bundled in the taxi with me, and they were really very quite threatening, and fortunately they wanted money for their time to take me to the Sailmaker, even though the Sailmaker was due to come and collect me, and eventually I managed to get rid of them, but only when the Sailmaker turned up at his house. So
it was quite dangerous.
Is a bit scary, to be honest. Dinghy docks. In front of the floating bar in the marina is a safe place to leave your dinghy if you're anchored out. They will charge you €4 per day. You can also leave it at the Sport Fishing Club on the other side of the bay. It is not recommended to leave it on the beach. If you left it on the beach, you would have to pay somebody to look after it for you.
Yes, so boatyard, there is no boatyard. Ask the marina if you require assistance.
Yeah, I think that's the answer there, is just ask the marina, and they'll probably do whatever they can do. There must be a way to get a boat out of the water, even if it's a crane in a commercial harbour. Anchorages, you may anchor to the south of the marina. The holding, apparently according to news sites, is patchy due to the volcanic rock under the sand, so make sure you are well dug in. You can no longer find space in the bay between the marina and the sports fishing club due to local boats. A few years ago, you used to be able to go right in next door to the marina and anchor in the little bay there. But to be honest, now it is absolutely full of local boats, some of them of which have never been anywhere for years. Fuel is available at the filling station at the end of the pier on the marina. We filled our tanks up there. We probably only took on about 200 litres, but we had no problem with the fuel whatsoever. It was nice and clean.
So propane is available at the marina's chandlery, 3 kilos camping gas bottles, or you can walk to the propane filling depot along the seafront. They will fill your own cylinders. Cost of 3 kilos is €350, the cheapest propane you can never find.
And very helpful, no problem whatsoever. You just trundle up there and see the guy and he will sort you out. There are some ferry services around. The Port of Mindelo has regular ferry services across to Porto Novo on Santo Anteo. Banks, yes, there are banks, and there is an ATM machine in Mindelo, but make sure you have somebody with you watching your back.
Everything you do there, make sure you go 2 of you, not just you don't
absolutely.
Go by yourself.
The closest one is just up from the marina and turn right, and there's one in a local shop just along there. But honestly, I'd have somebody standing the other direction watching what's going on, just in case. I know this sounds awful, but if you are coming from Europe, this is the first time you're really entering a country where it may not be as safe as what you're used to.
Yes. So supermarkets, there are many small grocery shops and markets. Fresh fruit and vegetables are easy to find, so this is a good place to stock up for the next 2 weeks to the Caribbean. So they tend to have fruit and vegetables selling everywhere, and they have a very, very good big market. So if you need anything,
no problem at all, is there? If anybody tells you,
really.
you need to stock up in Las Palmas for the whole journey, you don't, do you?
No, you can top up there.
Top up there easily. Chandlery, there is a small chandlery at the marina, just at the top of the pontoon, and also there are a couple of fishing tackle shops which apparently do sell some marine parts as well. Best check out No Foreign Land to find a location of those.
Yes, so hardware store. In town there are a few small hardware shops.
Okay, Sailmaker, ask at the marina. Toka is the local sail repairman, and he's actually very helpful. He does work at the marina as well. He does a good job of repairing your sails. We had some chafe on our Genoa and on our mainsail, which he looked after for us while we were there. But it is a bit of a ride, and if he tells you to wait for him at the end of the pier by the road, then wait for him.
Wait for him. Don't go with anyone else.
Destination Sailing Channel is sponsored by Seawater Pro. If you are buying a watermaker, follow the link below and receive an additional set of filters. If you speak with Mike at Seawater Pro, don't forget to mention Destination Sailing Channel. Check out our video when we installed our Seawater Pro watermaker.
A settlement at Mindelo was founded in 1793 by the Portuguese. It was initially named Nossa Senhora da Luz, renamed Leopoldina around 1820 after the Queen Consort. In 1838 it was renamed Mindelo after the 1832 landing at Mindelo north of Porto.
It became a coal depot for ships of the British East India Company in 1838, followed by the Royal Mail Steam Packet Company in 1850.
From the beginning of the 20th century, the port of Mindelo lost its importance for transatlantic navigation. This was due to the shift from coal to oil as fuel for ships. The rise of competing ports like Dakar and the Canary Islands and the lack of investment in port infrastructure caused its decline.
Okay, so what to see and do? Well, first of all, the floating bar at the marina is a must. It's a great spot for catching up with friends, chatting about your journey down from Europe. For us, it was one of the highlights of our visit.
Absolutely. So swimming is great in the tropical waters.
Yeah, for the first time you can go swimming in the tropical waters. Absolutely great. You'll really enjoy it off the sandy beaches. Tour of the town, taking in the art murals painted on all the houses and walls, is a must.
You could go on an organized tour of the island. The cost is about €75 for a half day.
Pica-Pau restaurant is a favourite. It was established in 1974 and has many letters on the walls from passing sailors. It's just like one of those places where all yachtsmen have to go and leave something behind.
Yeah. So the Italian Tavern, a short walk from the marina, is another great spot for food if you do not want to cook. The lobster is a speciality of the house.
Yeah, we went to both these restaurants, didn't we?
Yeah.
To be fair, there isn't that much to do in Mindelo. The Cape Verde Islands are a great place to go for a kind of Caribbean-style holiday, which is relatively close to Europe during the winter months. Connections. There is an airport, Caesarea Evora. Airport is located approximately 6.5 miles southwest of Mindelo.
So thank you for listening to our channel.
Just a reminder that you can see our adventure on YouTube at Sailing Ocean Fox.
Yes, on episodes 43 and 44, and we will put the link on the description below.
Destination Sailing Channel is supported by Seawater Pro. If you are buying a watermaker, look up the link below and receive an additional set of filters with your purchase. You would also be helping us to produce these free podcasts and videos.
You can listen to Destination Sailing Channel as a podcast. Just search for the channel on your preferred podcast platform.
This is Simon and Carla from Sailing Ocean Fox on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the major podcast platforms.
Until next week, fair winds wherever you are sailing.